junior youth program, from what I understand, is meant to help develop a junior youth spiritual capacity, their spiritual qualities, and to help them determine what kind of patterns of behavior they want in their life, what kind of habits they want to have. So service, of course, is a large part of the program. So with two of the junior youth, including Surya, we helped them determine what were their talents, what could they offer to their neighbors. And they determined, these two girls, that they can read. And that's something that some of the neighborhood kids struggle with. So with them, we went on a Sunday morning, knocked on their neighbors' doors, and let them know that for an hour on Sundays there would be a reading group in the common room. And the girls spread out a blanket. We brought some grapes and books from the local library, and the girls just read them books aloud. And the kids came in their pajamas, and they came with their blankets and their own books that they wanted to have read. But it was something that was very empowering for these two girls to realize that they could make such an impact by doing something very simple, but it was also developing a talent that they had.
Very exciting to see a group of 12-year-old girls learn how to articulate what the variables for the spiritual well-being of their community is. Mm. And of course, spiritual, the qualities of the human spirit, like generosity, justice, love, that society right now isn't developing. And I think the other exciting thing is, through the actions they're doing, they're learning firsthand that you can't just develop these qualities of the human spirit, these spiritual qualities, just by sitting and reading about it and thinking about it. But really, the environment in which these spiritual qualities are developed is service. Mm. It's only in the context of doing service can you grow and develop. Mm-hmm.
The most exciting thing that's happened recently is we've started to gather the junior youth in various cities together, and then they can interact with one another. And they're so excited to see that there are other junior youth in the program. So the girls in our group came up with the idea of creating junior youth bracelets. So when they go to the mall and they see other junior youth wearing the same bracelets, then they know, hey, you're in the program as well. And another group made t-shirts that they could all wear. And they're starting to feel like there's a movement going on throughout, not just Vancouver, but the cities around us as well. There's this movement towards transformation.
One of the struggles we've had is, like Jelana was referring to, a culture or a pattern where there's just so many programs offered for the children and youth of the neighborhood, which are really very ineffective and just about entertainment. So we've had to struggle showing the parents this isn't one of those programs. Mm-hmm.
So when we come to their door on a regular basis to talk with them about the progress of their child or junior youth, sometimes we're met with a bit of hesitancy and misunderstanding. Why are you coming to my door so often? Because we're trying to create a community. We're trying to build a community, so it means we're friends with their parents and we're friends with their families as well.
This is really just a process where they'll take ownership. So there's mothers now helping us in little ways with the junior youth group, and now amongst the junior youth, like with one of them, we said, in maybe 3 years' time, you're going to have a junior youth group too. And she said she was very excited about it. And she said, how many junior youth should I get? And we've been trying to build our group to have about 20 junior youth, and we haven't succeeded yet. And we said, well, our goal is to have 20 junior youth. And she said, why haven't we done that yet? I can do that. I can gather 20 junior youth. So there's so much potential and capacity in each one of them, and we need to learn how to have them take the reins, and because no one has given them the opportunity to do something like this before. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I lived in a neighborhood for many years, going to university, maybe my first 8 years in Vancouver. I lived out on the other side of Vancouver, and I never knew any of my neighbors. And now we've been here a couple of years, and in the last few days, just walking the streets, every block, I greet somebody, and we have a conversation. And it really is becoming like a little village, at least in our experience, through working with the community. We entered as a husband and a wife, and now we have a baby in a neighborhood where we didn't know anyone, and now he has dozens of cousins.